You're welcome. Uh, make this video, tell you guys kind of what I've been doing, losing, over 50 pounds now in the last 5 to 6 months. This is not like how you optimally lose weight. This is not how you should necessarily lose weight. I am not a doctor. This is what I've done, what's been sustainable for me, and if you can take any of this and apply it to yourself, by all means. Weight loss on paper is extremely easy. It is eating less calories than you are, putting out. Be that, burning, be that through, using the bathroom. There's calories in your poop, things like that. So it's calories in, calories out. Everybody knows that at this point. Again, extremely easy on paper. We as human beings, it's not our natural instinct to want to consume less calories. We want to store energy sources in our body for when the famine comes. So, you know, finding Jedi mind tricks is what I've seen for almost everybody who's been successful at dieting. There are a few hardcore bros out there that are just like super, I'm disciplined, this is what I'm going to do, and, I'm going to follow what's on paper and do it on paper. And they do, and that's fantastic. For them, hey, good job. For most people, you've got to find ways and hacks and things like that to get yourself through it and make it sustainable for yourself. Otherwise, we wouldn't have an obesity problem. So I started in March. Basically, in the beginning, I went full clean eating. I stopped eating McDonald's and fast foods and things like that. I don't drink soda, so a lot of people say cut soda. If you are a soda drinker, you can cut the soda. Certainly switch from regular to diet soda, things like that. And it's making small changes at first. So like I said, going straight to clean eating sounds extreme. But I ate a lot clean for the most part. I would just pile garbage on top of it. So I stopped piling that garbage on top of it, and I stopped eating dessert. That was, initially, and that was fairly simple, and, weight started coming off, and I probably could have milked that even longer. But I also, I don't know, probably after a couple weeks went to intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is what I know. It is what I am comfortable with. It is easy for me. And it allows me to consume bigger quantities of food when I do eat, which is something that's important to me and helps me maintain sustainability. And so, my eating window is basically 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., except on the weekends. On the weekends, I train, at like 5:36 in the morning, and I'm putting in like 3 to 4 hour sessions. So I have some pre-workout carbs and some intra-workout stuff, as I don't want to be going into those sessions fasted. I did do some of those early on. I did them fasted when I was a little bit heavier, and I wasn't going quite as hard. Now at this point, it's calorie and glycogen depleted as I am. I prefer not to do those fasted anymore. But yeah, generally Monday through Thursday, I should say, I have my first meal around 11:30 a.m. I'm not super strict, like, oh my God, I got to start eating right at 11 a.m. And then my last meal is at 4 p.m. Except on Mondays and Wednesdays now, I had to adjust my last meal. It's, after my son gets home from jujitsu. So closer to like 6 o'clock when I eat. Again, it's not a super big deal. Like, the fasting window is highly irrelevant. That's just my preferred modality, and it's, what I adhere to. And then on Fridays, from Thursday to Friday, I didn't do this from the very beginning, but I've been doing this probably the last 2 months now. Thursday 4 p.m. to Friday 4 p.m., I will have a 24-hour fast. I do this every week. And then my Friday evening meal, I have a big sirloin steak, and I will have, whatever I want with it, because I've got that big calorie gap I made And a lot of times it's still something, along the lines of clean eating. Like it'll be some asparagus and potatoes or something like that. I have once or twice had a pint of ice cream with my sirloin, and that'll be my meal. Just like a 20-ounce sirloin and a pint of Ben and Jerry's. And that's not a cheat meal or anything like that. That falls into my meal planning, what I'm doing, and it's it gives me something to look forward to. That really big, nice, tasty sirloin with whatever else I want. And I've done some extended fast. I did from when was it? I can't think now. I'm having brain fog. Probably from the fasting. I did a 40-hour fast a few days ago, just to see if I could do it, and I did. And it's a weird number, 40-hour fast, but it's just how my work schedule worked out. But I've dabbled a couple 36-hour fasts in there as well throughout this process. Again, just to help create some discipline. There's no real magic in an extended fast until you get to like 72 hours. That's where there's maybe some magic in there. You could argue it might be good for the digestive system, but there's, these fucking fasting hippies, unless you're doing a super extended fast, and even then it's speculative as to what magic there is. I just do fasting because it helps with my adherence, and I prefer to eat bigger meals than smaller ones throughout the day. Optimal be damned. Probably more important than the fasting is finding high volume, low calorie foods that you enjoy. So I like broccoli, but I don't want to eat 5 pounds of broccoli a day like broccoli. However, 5 pounds of watermelon in a day, I will gladly consume, and is fucking delicious. That's been a big key for me, this cut, and sustaining it, is just the sheer amount of watermelon you can eat for the very small amount of calories, and it's still like a sweet and delicious, a dessert-like tasting food. So that's been huge for me. Of course, I've been eating a lot of fruits in general: pineapple, grapes, blueberries, strawberries. Strawberries are another, you can eat a lot of volume for very little calories. I posted a picture of the sugar-free Greek yogurt on my wall. You get 2 pounds of Greek yogurt, 75 grams of protein, 350 calories. That is fucking phenomenal. Again, it's kind of a dessert-like treat thing. You can mix some fruits in with it. Extremely high protein, very satiating, very, very low calories for the amount of volume. So, you've got to kind of find your things that you like I said, that are low calorie and high volume. That's extremely helpful to me. I do like to eat mass quantities of food. I enjoy food. I like eating stuff that I enjoy. Meal prep has been big for me. Sunday, after I come home from the gym, I will, prep my lunches Monday through Thursday, or my meal one. I call it lunches, that I eat at 11 a.m. And it's generally a beef, a carb, or a protein source, not a beef. Sometimes it's beef. This week it was beef. A carb, and then like a vegetable and or fruit to go with it. Season your food, cook it well, learn how to cook well. Your food being something you actually look forward to and tasting good helps a lot. And then having it, pre-cooked, and just throw it in the microwave, get it ready. Some people like to do the batch cooking. That's another strategy as well. That's not something I've done, so I'm not going to be able to elaborate on that. But I generally just make my meals for meal one Monday through Thursday. I cook my meal Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday every evening. And generally, eggs and cream of rice has been my go-to, or it'll be, like some chicken and a vegetable, or beef and a vegetable. Something pretty easy to cook. I can just throw on the skillet and or in the air fryer. But most of the time it's been eggs with liquid egg whites and cream of rice, just because it's very simple. And then some like steam in the bag vegetables. I will add, like on Saturday and Sunday, those are my two hardest training days. 3 to 4 hour sessions, full lifting, full accessories, conditioning, cross fat, and then some list cardio after. And then on Saturdays, I mow 2 yards. I push mow them. So I get the most steps in those days. I'm training the hardest those days, training the longest those days. I eat more on the weekends, just to facilitate that. I don't go crazy. I don't eat like cheat foods or anything like that. But I do eat a bigger quantity and more carbs typically. The cream of rice dose will be heavier. I'm still eating eggs and cream of rice on those days. Maybe up to potatoes, bananas, things like that. Body armors, I have intra workout. I'll maybe have 2 on those days instead of 1. And these are like the 90 calorie, the small ones. And that's helped a lot, like having more food consumed on those days, even though it's still clean food and good food, not cheat stuff. Just knowing that I'm going to eat a little bit more on Saturdays and Sundays because the workload is very increased, has been pretty great. I train on Wednesdays and Thursdays here at work. I don't up my food intake on those days because the training is relatively easy in comparison. I have increased cardio a fuck ton during this cut. There's been some days that I do like 3 list cardio sessions at 30 minutes to an hour each, sometimes more if I'm walking the trails. It's probably been at a detriment to my lifting, especially squats, since most of my cardio is done with my legs. However, weight loss is the goal here, and putting the big lifts to the side has been huge for me mentally, in regards to cutting this weight. So yeah, just increasing the cardio and conditioning and trying to focus on mobility and other things and keep the big lifts out of my head, has also helped a lot, in terms of me cutting this weight. And there was something else I wanted to say that was right on the tip of my tongue before I got to that. Now I can't think of it. But yeah, I think that's the gist of most of my weight cutting success this go round. I'm over 50 pounds down. I've not really had any cheats. I've not went off the rails. I've had like scheduled cheat days, of course, but I've not, on my non-scheduled cheat days, I haven't even came close to cheating on any of them. And I guess that's what I was about to say. Cheat days, I have them scheduled. And generally, it's when I hit a weight marker. So I started in the 290s, and I didn't have my first cheat day, I said, until my scale is in the 260s. So 269.8, my scale goes decimals of 210s. First time I saw 269.8, I would have a cheat day that weekend. And I have whole cheat days. I don't do cheat meals. That doesn't satisfy me. And that leaves me yearning for more. I have a whole 24-hour cheat window, and I eat so much junk that I don't even want to fucking see junk food for a while after that. And that kind of seems asinine and counterproductive, but it works for me. So I did that when I saw the 260s. I did that when I saw the 250s. I skipped the one for the 240s, actually. But I saw 239 this week. And it was 239.8. It was right there. So I'm going to have a cheat day this weekend, but definitely keeping those scheduled, and giving myself like goals to hit before I have them has worked for me. It may not work for you, but again, this is just what I've done. And that's helped me. And like I said, some people do better with, one cheat meal a week, things like that. I do better just abstaining altogether and then having one all-out fucking cheat day and gorging myself until I'm fucking sick of those foods and I don't desire them anymore, at least for a long time. If you can get any information out of this that can help you, I am glad for it. This, again, I'm not telling you that these are things you should be doing. I'm not saying this is the optimal way to do it. I'm saying this is what I've been doing and it's been working for me. Maybe some of these strategies can work for you. Peace!